Does power always lead to corruption? George Orwell's Animal Farm is a powerful allegory that illustrates how ideals of freedom, justice, and equality can be destroyed when power falls into the wrong hands. Orwell uses the story of animals rising up to establish their own rule, only to see their revolution undone by the corruption of their new leaders. The story is set on a farm where the animals, fed up with the mistreatment of their human owner, Mr. Jones, decide to revolt. An elder pig named Old Major inspires the animals with a vision of freedom, equality, and a prosperous future. Believing in these ideals, the animals rise up against Mr. Jones and take over the farm. They establish a new order based on the principle that all animals are equal. However, over time, the pigs who led the revolution begin to repeat the same mistakes as the previous regime. After the revolution, two pigs, Napoleon and Snowball, take on the leadership of the farm. Napoleon is authoritarian and ambitious, while Snowball is idealistic and focused on modernizing the farm. But Napoleon, driven by a thirst for power, expels Snowball from the farm and consolidates authority. Now in full control, Napoleon begins to exploit the other animals, changing the farm's rules to suit his interests, and adopting the unfair principle that all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. The promises of freedom and equality that began the revolution are lost as Napoleon becomes increasingly tyrannical. Through Napoleon, Orwell depicts how leaders in totalitarian regimes often turn to oppression once they attain power, pushing society to serve their own ambitions. Under Napoleon's rule, the animals are forced into hard labor and poverty. Boxer, a hard-working horse and one of Napoleon's most loyal followers, works tirelessly for the farm, placing his trust in Napoleon. However, even Boxer is sacrificed when it suits Napoleon's agenda. Orwell uses this tragic event to illustrate how regimes can exploit blind loyalty, showing the harsh consequences of unyielding obedience. Animal Farm is not just a story, but also a warning about how totalitarian regimes use individuals for their own ends. Orwell reveals that while revolutions often begin with the ideals of freedom and justice, power tends to corrupt those who hold it. The farm's original commandments, meant to safeguard the welfare of all animals, are gradually altered to benefit Napoleon and the other pigs, highlighting the insidious nature of corruption. By the end of the story, the pigs have formed alliances with the humans, and the animals see the sad truth of their revolution. Watching the pigs behave like humans, they realize that nothing has really changed. Through this final scene, Orwell critiques the way revolutions and leaders often betray the principles they claim to uphold, turning promises of equality into hollow slogans. Animal Farm is a warning about how ideals of freedom and equality can be easily corrupted when power is misused. With this short yet impactful novel, Orwell critiques not only Soviet Russia, but all forms of totalitarianism. Even today, this timeless work prompts readers to reflect on the pursuit of freedom, equality, and justice.